This fast food dish of German origin has a base of a nice bratwurst sausage with a bed of fries that is topped with a beautiful, fragrant curry ketchup that you have to try. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Jasmine, and I am a world connoisseur as well as a food enthusiast. That's just a fancy way to say I use this channel to make food for myself, and I get to eat it and also share it with you. Duh, I mean, it's like a win-win situation. So with this German dish, I say that it's a French fry dish, even though it's more of the bratwurst and sauce that steals the show, but you know, because we're focusing on French fries, we're going to pretend like the French fries steal the show. There's not much to cut up for this dish. We've got an onion and we're gonna need to chop up garlic. So now what we're gonna do is turn on our pan, get it nice and hot. We're gonna saute these onions, but not brown them. I need to be careful because I love just like letting stuff burn. This does not call for burning. We just want them to be clear and translucent. Onions. So what I'd recommend is if you're cutting onions, try to make them a little more uniform than I do. You now know that onions are the bane of my existence, but you need them in recipes. So my onions may not actually come out uniformly, but you know, you can do better than I do. So it's at this stage of sauteing our onions that I would add the garlic. Like that. All right, so now for the star of the show, we've got our curry powder. And you do want to get quality curry powder. I think that it's important. I hate this. We're gonna add, this is what, a half a tablespoon. We're gonna add about 1 full tablespoon of curry powder. We want to do about a tablespoon of sweet paprika, but I don't know if I actually have enough. I got this in India and I'm running out. Yeah, we're just gonna use the rest of it. If it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't measure. Measuring is for the birds. Or for people that need help with measuring. I don't know. I'm a little lazy, I guess. So we don't want to burn our spices, so make sure you turn your heat down a little bit. And this particular pan is not as non-stick as I would hope it would be, but that just means I add a little bit more oil. So please don't roast me in the comments. I'm using allspice for this particular recipe because I could not find cloves. So technically you want to use cloves and cinnamon. Because I can be a little chatty, I'm just going to turn you over to our overhead camera and I'll come back when everything is simmering and just fragrant and beautiful. The beauty of this dish is our sauce is basically done. And I know it seems like a lot of work to do all of this for maybe like this much of the sauce or curry ketchup, but it's worth it. Just gonna put it in my blender here. And you can actually use an immersion blender. Probably show you a little bit better if I do like this. Yeah, you can actually use an immersion blender if you have one, and I do have one, but I didn't make a lot. You know, it's not really deep enough for that. Ooh, I love that consistency. That's nice and thick. Look at that. Like that looks amazing. That's kind of what I was going for. I love a good thick ketchup. So the bratwurst we're using for this dish are spicy cheddar beer bratwurst. I couldn't find anything that was super German. And my husband was just like, get these, they sound good. So yeah, we got these. So I don't know if y'all know this, on the weekends, which it is today, we indulge in a bit of meat, but during the week we actually are pretty plant-based. So this is such a treat. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop these on the stove behind me while our fries cook up, because these are not the star of the show. I mean, they're good, but the fries, I wanna show you the fries. We are now getting into plating, and I've got a nice little plate here with our fries, obviously, and our bratwurst, and I need to go to the fridge to get my curry ketchup. We've got our delicious curry ketchup here. Looks so good, and we're gonna go ahead and just put that all over our bratwurst and fries. It's so thick, I can't believe how thick this came out, but I know it's gonna be really good. You're free to serve this with like a piece of crusty bread or a roll or something like that if you like that. I actually, I'll show you my husband's plate, which is behind me. And he's got a piece of bread to make it more like of a sandwich with fries. So you eat it however you want to eat it. And I'm just gonna go for it just like this. Oh, and let's not forget that we can add a little bit more of this curry powder to it as well to amp up the flavor and the color. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's go ahead and try this. I'm so excited and I'm hungry. Great combinations for how I'm feeling right now. So because this episode is all about fries, let's get into the fries first. Yo. This is bringing me back to India. I know this is a German dish, but with that curry powder, wow. That's really good. Okay, let's try some of this ketchup. Ooh, it's nice and sweet. That's tasty. I like that a lot. Because I'm not an animal, I definitely have to cut my bratwurst, and I'll give you like a little inside sneak peek. That looks really good. Yeah, let's get that ketchup. Let's get into it. You definitely have to make this. It's so good. I have no words, so I'm just gonna keep eating, and I'll see you all. I cannot believe that this is all mine. So good. So there's not much to cut up for this. Cut up.